Welcome to this new La Trobe video for all commencing students. My name is Amy and I'm a student advisor here at Trobe University. This short video is the first of 3 new La Trobe videos recommended for all commencing students. The first 2 videos are for all students and include information about how to get started and where you can find help. The third is a specially made video for your cohort and will provide course-specific information. So make sure you watch all 3 videos in order so that things make sense. I'm going to begin with an acknowledgement of country. La Trobe University acknowledges that this presentation and our participants are located on the lands of many traditional custodians in Australia. We recognise their ongoing connection to the land and value their unique contribution to the university and wider Australian society. We pay our respects to Indigenous elders, past and present, and extend this respect to any Indigenous participants engaging with this resource today. Before we get stuck into things, there are a few key terms I want to introduce you to because you'll use them a lot at university and I'm going to use them a lot throughout this video. Your course is the degree that you're studying, like the Bachelor of Business or the Diploma of Science. The location of your course is where you will complete your classes. If you're an international student, it's a visa requirement for you to study most of your course face-to-face via on-campus study. A subject is an individual unit you're studying as part of your degree. Credit points are a unit of measure to indicate workload. Most subjects are 15 credit points in size. We also measure courses in credit points. For example, the Bachelor of Health Sciences is worth 360 credit points. Study periods. At La Trobe, we have 2 main study periods, semesters and terms. Semesters are 12-week study blocks, whereas terms are 6-week study blocks. Most courses will run in either semesters or terms. A study load is how many credit points you are taking at a time. If your course is semester-based, full-time study is 60 credit points per semester, and part-time study is anything less than that. If your course is term-based, full-time study is 30 credit points per term, and part-time study is 15 credit points per term. If you are considering studying part-time, we recommend speaking with your student advisor first. Please note, if you are an international student, it is a student visa requirement that you enrol and study on a full-time basis. There are several key student systems that you will use frequently throughout your studies. StudentOnLine is a student system where you will have accepted your offer to study, confirmed personal details, enrolled into your subjects, pay your fees, and see your results at the end of each study period. There are some fantastic video tutorials for how to navigate StudentOnLine, and the link to those is below. The Learning Management System, or LMS for short, is the online hub for all your learning materials and activities for your studies. Your weekly readings, your quizzes, assessment details, all those things can be found on your LMS. Allocate Plus is the timetable system here at La Trobe, and that's where you can find the details of where you need to go for each of your classes. Not all courses use Allocate Plus, so please refer to your cohort-specific new to La Trobe for more information regarding this. Student email. All communication from the university will now be sent to your student email only, so it's important that you get into the habit of checking this daily. Also, any communications that you send to the university must come from your student email address, as it verifies your identity. Finally, remember to update your phone number. You can do this in StudentOnLine via the My Details tile under Contacts. We need your correct contact details on file, as from time to time we might call you to check in on you. Please also be aware that there is a very slight difference between your username and your email address. Your username is in the format of studentid@students.ltu.edu.au, whereas your full email address has La Trobe fully spelled out. Another key tool is the University Handbook. The Handbook is your reference point for all the information regarding your degree and all La Trobe subjects. However, it's not intended as a standalone guide for enrolment. The Handbook for your course will include details like who your course coordinator is, any course completion requirements, and the subjects in that course. Your subject handbook pages will tell you who the subject coordinator is, when the subject is running, any prerequisites you must take before enrolling, and the assessments you'll need to complete for that subject. In your cohort-specific New to La Trobe video, we'll talk more about the handbook, so be sure to watch that video too. All of these systems are easily accessible from the popular links section on the La Trobe Students page, as well as some other useful tools and supports. See the link to the La Trobe student page below, or you can pop in La Trobe Students into a search engine to find it. This slide is relevant only for domestic students. Before you enrol into your subjects, you will need to fill out and submit some online forms for government assistance. The first form is the Request for Government Assistance form through StudentOnLine. The second is an Electronic Commonwealth Assistance form, or eCAF, through the Australian Government's eCAF portal. Once you have submitted both forms and they've been approved, you can enrol into your subjects on StudentOnLine. There are instructions for how to submit these forms in the links below. As well as your subjects, there are some compulsory modules that all students need to complete. For undergraduate students, there are 3 compulsory modules. For postgraduate students, there are 2. These modules don't have any credit points, they don't count towards your study load, and they don't cost you anything. We recommend enrolling and completing them before classes begin, as they can help you to become familiar with the LMS. You must complete your modules within the teaching period in which you are enrolled. For example, if you enroll into them for semester 1, you must complete them in semester 1. They each take about an hour to complete, and you receive a pass grade once you complete them successfully. The Respectful Behaviour and Culture module is part of the university's commitment to fostering a safe, respectful and inclusive community free of sexual harm, discrimination and violence. Womenjeka La Trobe introduces all La Trobe students to Indigenous Australian history, culture and customs. The Academic Integrity module is about La Trobe's academic integrity standards that you need to be aware of to avoid plagiarism and academic misconduct. It's critically important that you enrol into AIM, the Academic Integrity module, via StudentOnLine and complete it in your first study period. Failure to successfully complete AIM in your first study period will result in a sanction being placed on your account, and that sanction will withhold the release of your results. Each subject you enrol into has a list of important dates that all students need to be aware of. First, the start and end dates of the study period, so you know when a subject is delivered. The last date to enrol for that subject. The census date. This is the last date to withdraw from a subject before you have to pay for it. The last date to withdraw without incurring a fail grade, exam period, and your results release date. These dates for each of your subjects can be found on StudentOnLine, the Handbook, the Academic Calendar, and the Census Dates page. The links to all these pages are in the links list below. Finally, if you've studied at a similar education level previously or have experience in the industry, you might be eligible to apply for credit or advanced standing. You can apply through the online application portal, which is linked below. Just make sure to submit all relevant supporting documentation and enrol into all your subjects, as credit outcomes are not guaranteed. Receiving credit can affect your study load, and you can book an appointment with your student advisor to discuss how your credit might affect your study load. Here are some further on-demand resources to help you as a new student. The first few weeks at university can be a bit hectic, so for that reason, La Trobe developed this guide for new students. It's a step-by-step guide for everything you'll need to know during your first study period with us. It covers everything from accepting your offer and enrolling into your subjects to preparing for exams and final assessments. Make sure you engage with this as early as possible to ensure you're prepared to start uni. The link to this guide is below. If you're wanting on-demand guidance with StudentOnLine, you can access these video tutorials. The links to these videos is below. Just a reminder that to secure your place in your course, you must enrol into at least one 15 credit point subject, and these video tutorials will show you how to do that. We also have Ready Set La Trobe videos available on demand. Developed by our Ask La Trobe team, this series of videos covers all the common questions new students have, including how to order your student ID card and what your fees mean. The link to these is below. Thank you for watching this New to La Trobe Getting Started video. Be sure to watch the next video, New to La Trobe Supports for Success, as well as your cohort-specific video.